Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you haven't been with me before, take a look at my previous videos. Got a few here on the F150 LEDs company. Amazing group of guys. They just hooked me up with some Mark III door sill kit, and these ones are specific for the tremor. So I've got the tremor lettering on this one. I'm going to go through a quick little video here on how to install these. Super cool option for your truck, and you can change the color on them, whatever you want. Stay tuned. So take a look in the kit. We've got shorter ones here for the back and the longer ones for the front. Those are there. There's connections. Got a Swedish fish. Well, I got cousins in Sweden, so I guess I could eat that. Then your wiring kit to hook them up. So we also got a couple of these amazing T-tap dealios. These are really cool. And remote control, so you can change the color. Tremor's orange, but I'm kind of going away from the orange trend here. I'm going with the red, white, and blue look. I still have to change that. I think I'm going with those on silver, and maybe wrap the front grille here in blue, or maybe black. I don't know. Anyway, there's the Raptor grille lights that we got from F150 LEDs. Got the vent lights in there. I added a cool little flag on that too. Anyway, so we're going to get to prepping this and getting ready for install. Now, before you get carried away too far, there is two different lengths of wire on each of those. The shorter one is going to be on the driver's side, and the longer length wire is going to be on the passenger side. So you check this out. The driver's side one only comes to here and then goes all the way over there. So it's a lot longer for that one. So short wire, driver's side. Now I took Windex to the door jambs, but they provide you with these alcohol wipes. So it's good to go and just clean that really good with the alcohol. Oh, there we go. Get that really clean, go around and get all the door jambs with alcohol, and then your sill protectors will stick. Alright, so you're going to want to get under the edge here. I use a little plastic pry tool. Get under here, pop on that, and then there's just some clips under here. It pops right out. Got the metal clips, make sure they all stay on the plastic trim piece. So next thing you're going to want to do here is get on this rubber trim molding, pull this up. We're going to want to lift this up so we can feed the wire underneath here and into this channel, so we can route it to the back where we're going to be wiring it up. So there's a little bit of a notch here. So you probably want to run it along here and come through where the notch is, and then press that back down. Also, so if you notice, this is about the same length as that trim piece, so you're going to want to line it up right with the edges on that, and it's going to go. I'm going to put mine flat like that and press it right in along there, and then we'll run the wire under that. Okay, so now what I've done is, once I've got this pressed back down again, put that down nice and smooth, bring the wire and feed it back down through here so it comes into the channel where the harness is. You can pull that right through here, and then it comes out of the way of this track, and where this sill plate fits in here. and then we can run it down the middle of this track and go around to the back. Okay, there's how she looks with everything buttoned up. Pretty sweet. Now we're going to hop over to the back here. Got the cover off here, pulled that off, and let's get a big pair of pliers here. You got a zip tie down here, so I just come along here and I just twisted that guy. You're going to want to get that zip tie out of there, and then possibly the other one there. So you got some room to dig in here and get the two wires you need to splice into. Alright, so I pulled those little zip ties right out. We got them right out of the way. You don't want to leave those in there because there's a little movement and stuff and a sharp edge on a zip tie, and it's going to wear into your wire harness down here. So you got a little slack here, just kind of pulled it up a little bit. Razor knife, you can pull that back. And on the F150 here, I'm going to need to find a gray wire with a purple stripe, and that's our hot, the red, and then the black wire with a purple stripe is our ground, so we'll dig in here for that. Now these wires are pretty hard to find. I think I found the gray wire with the purple stripe. It's just a light violet there. That should be the power. I'm going to test it with a voltmeter first, but it's very, very light purple there. We'll check that guy out. Alright, so it was a little tricky finding the wires here. We've got the gray one with the purple stripe, very light purple on this one, and then the black wire with a purple stripe. You can see a little bit purple there. And so that's the ground. Got the little T-taps clipped on here, and just to do a little quick test here, we got power. There you go. It's cycling through all the different colors there when you hook it up. Nice. Looks really good. Okay, so we got that there. We're going to attach all the other sill plates on there and wire them all up back to this spot and close it up. Alrighty, the trickiest part here, because the wires here aren't that long. I was kind of thinking we could go around the back seat and down there. I don't have enough, I don't think, for that. But I got it set up here so it's out of the way now. It was a little bit of work, but they're tucked underneath here and all the way to the other side. Now what I did was I took the two ends right here and I took some black tape and I taped it to the end of a broomstick. Yeah, that's what it is. I taped it to the end of a broomstick and lifted this up and I shoved it all across there. Now if you got something a little thinner and sturdy that could do the same trick, that would work good. The broomstick was a little bit big, so we've tucked it all the way across underneath from the passenger side over to where we can connect up over there. So just got that one to put back on. I didn't want to put that on yet. We'll attach that and close everything up, and we'll show you what they look like. Now I left the little receiver module out here. It could probably still been under the door sill plate, but just for better reception, that thing will pick up the signal when you want to change the colors. You want to probably leave that somewhere where you can access it if you want to change the colors. Okay, there you go. Ever seen anything so pretty? Look at that thing. All right, we're gonna just come around the other side here and just get the driver's side. I think the blue works really good with the antimatter blue on the truck. You can of course change that any color you want. Let's see, take a look at a couple extra colors here and see what it looks like. All right, so we got the little remote here. You can select all kinds of different colors. There's the dark blue. Of course, if you got an orange, that matches really nice with the Tremor theme. Do all kinds of purple. That looks pretty cool. I'm a purple guy. Yeah. Red, green, blue. You can go white if you want to. That looks good. I like the white. Anyway, you got the little remote here. You can change colors if you want, and whatever mood you're in. That was awesome. Thank you so much, F150 LEDs, for supporting the channel. If you guys take a look at these the Mark III door sill kit, they're pretty awesome. I like them. F150 LEDs has come through again with another cool product. There's some really cool stuff. Check out their website at f150leds.com. They got under hood lights, they've got fog lights, they've got running lights, they've got any kind of light you want. Upgrade your lights to LED from the basic filament bulbs. Trick out your truck and make it yours. This is awesome. Love it. Hey, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. It helps my little tiny channel out. We've been growing pretty good lately with some good support from companies like F150 LEDs. So thank you very much.